Hi everybody, it's Adam Scott Campbell. I am on my YouTube channel yet again to talk about um, the choice that we all make or can make to pick ourselves up when we fall. I'm as a as someone who's relearned to walk a few times. It's kind of a very close lesson, a personal lesson. So the first, just when you struggle, when you fall, when you have to pick yourself back up, or don't have to, but it's good if you do. Something that's helpful, at least for me, is to remember that um, if you quit, things cannot and will not get better. So um, I'll go the second time that I had brain surgery. This was senior year of high school. I was um, I was uh, past. I think it was towards the middle of senior year. I had to have brain surgery or rescheduled brain surgery for the second time I had a brain tumor. And the uh, so we went in. I went in for surgery. Um, Quite frankly, in a very bad frame of mind. I didn't want to do this anymore. This being the struggle that I'd had all my life to relearn to do things and to function when I didn't want to function, and to struggle when I've struggled, with a lot of things like we all do, and I was just tired of struggling. Um, so so senior year we have surgery, or I have surgery on my brain, and I'll go into this on greater detail other pod or other uh, on other YouTube moments, but I came out of surgery and I had to relearn to walk, and um, something that was encouraging to me. I'm in the hospital. My parents, I think, are downstairs in the hospital cafeteria getting food for us, for me, and I had this wonderful thought, this wonderful idea that I should try to relearn to walk right now. And this is after I'd they told me you shouldn't try to walk right away because you've lost your equilibrium, which was true. I couldn't. Well, I It was really really hard for me to walk, and I had no equilibrium, like I said. So my parents leave the room to go get food, and I'm like, I can walk um, in my head, and I'm just like, okay, fine. So I lower the bed railing, the hospital bed railing, down, and I swivel around, and I'm exhausted with that much effort. That shows how much stamina had left already. Um, but so I swivel myself out over the side of the bed. I plant my feet on the floor. I lurch to my feet, and because there's no equilibrium left in me, um, the momentum from standing up, as I understand it, just basically threw me against the wall, and I slumped to the floor, and um, um, you know, I got up. Eventually I struggled back up, and I stumbled back to the bed, and just breathing hard, and just like, wow, you know. Um, so I guess the something that I am learning and have learned over and over throughout life is that I need to try again. Um, you know, I it's hard to I know if you've lived on this planet long enough, you know that um, you get knocked down, and however many times you get knocked down, you're probably going to get knocked down again the next time. And so my my thought is that regardless of how many times you fall, how many times you get knocked down, your option, your true option, is to get back up and to move forward, move on, take what you've learned and gained from falling and carry it with you and keep going. So, um, uh, I have a. I'm going to share a poem now about this experience of mine. This is called "Do Not Quit." Very apt. Here we go. When one is in the hospital and has been for days, the pigment in one's eyes constitutes a reddish glaze, and without daily trekking throughout the hospital wards, there results a gradual weakening of every muscle's cords. A time when I was there for an operation on my brain, the place was very delicate, that much was very plain, quite close to the brain stem. Operations light as a feather, the doctors worked carefully to keep my brains together. Yes, I emerged thereafter with left and right intact, but there was one problem that had resulted in my lack. I found that my previous balance had abandoned every limb. So long and farewell to Slice Man's equilibrium. But in my hospital bed I thought as Slice Man ought. I can walk, for against higher mountains have I fought. And thus it was that Slice Man, with no one present there, struggled from his bed to rise to conquer adverse air. The railing on the bed was lowered, legs rotated out. Ensuing exhaustion showed what muscleage had given out. And then with heart a burning strong, Slice Man took a step. Faith as strong as Dr. Jones when across the chasm he leapt. But Slice Man's leap was different, no hidden step gave call. When his weakened limbs were bodily thrown against the wall, bones were slammed and joints near jammed as Slice slumped to the floor. An unbeaten spirit then rose and fought to try it just once more. And that is why this world I see still can make the grade. Stop the badness, help the goodness, never, never fade. No matter how much burn is administered by the sun, only you can give it up and say when you are done. Kind of says it all. So if you're watching, for those who are watching, please keep going. Keep pushing, keep fighting. Never give up. Never give up, never surrender. And tune in next time for your episode of this YouTube channel. Thanks.